Do you feel lost or afraid? Fear and fear porn are rife due to mainstream media and corrupted education and religion. We're in a situation where everything we've ever believed in needs to be questioned, and that makes us all feel lost, and it makes many of us feel afraid. Do you know, in my mind, what fear means? It means false expectations appearing real. We live in an illusion. When you use your daily portion of energy to create fear, you miss the chance to use the same energy to create joy and opportunity. Imagine you wake up with a bucket of energy in front of your bed every single morning. What do you want to do? Do you want to create fear, or do you want to create joy and opportunity? It's all in here. It's all in here. Your mind and your thoughts are incredibly important, whether you like it or know it or not. So, yes, a lot of people have the fear of being alone. And this fear of being alone is not just fear of being without people. It's more than that nowadays. It is also now the fear of being alone in your convictions. This fake situation in the world over the last few years have resulted in division between friends, in division between family members. So there's also the fear of being alone in your convictions. But at the same time, we've had the opportunity to join like-minded groups of people. For many people, mostly online. But yes, we've had the opportunity. So if you don't like being alone, whether it's alone within a group of people or alone in the world, the first thing you need to do is make an effort to make peace with yourself. Accept yourself as you are, warts and all. If that's the situation, accept that you've been fooled. Accept that you need to reconstitute, refocus everything in your life. Because that is the basis for changing what you no longer want for yourself. You do it one step at a time. And this can start with loving rather than rejecting yourself. Remind yourself that you came into this existence so that you can be fooled. And now you are in this existence so that you can discover your truth. Then look at your habits. Change the habits that you believe hold you back. And do this one by one. Then it's serious. Then it's not like New Year's resolutions that only last for a few days. Ensure that you get into a different routine where you change one habit after the other. And remember, it takes about 3 weeks for these neurons in your mind to link together so that they can form a new pattern of habits. So give yourself the time and the space. Give yourself at least 3 weeks of consistently every day growing into the new habit until you have it. The other fear is fear of the unknown. Today was the unknown when you woke up yesterday. So is today so scary? No. When you get to tonight and you look back at the day, you will realize that today wasn't as scary as you made it in your mind yesterday morning when it was still the unknown. You create your future and your version of the illusion every single day. So it's important for you to manage your thoughts and be careful what you wish for, because you will get it. That's not just a saying, be careful what you wish for. I had a client earlier this week who asked me about his future offspring. And I said to him he's going to have 3 sons in 4 years. And he said, oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. I said, be careful what you wish for. And he said, why? What's wrong with that? I said, you are not going to sleep for many years because you will have small children to deal with during the night while you grow your business during the day. Oh, yes, but he still wants 3 sons. Now you're going to say to me, okay, well, that's easy. That's easy for you to say. But all I have are negative thoughts. How do I deal with that? How do I change that? I'm not going to say to you, be positive, be positive, be positive, only have positive thoughts. That's stupid, that's silly. Because The world is not based on positive thoughts and positive thinking. The world is balanced. You need to find that balance. So if you only have negative thoughts at the moment, ask yourself, what is the benefit in this situation? How can you turn dust into diamonds into your life and your environment? Remember, the universe is in complete balance. There's always an upside to even the worst situation, because you do find the inner strength and the hidden resources. There's always a downside in the most amazing situation, and that is what keeps you grounded. So there's another aspect to this being balanced, which I've discovered recently, and it is absolutely astonishing and mind-blowing. Your body can be imbalanced. Your body can be off balance. There are 6 systems in your body that helps you to function physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. If any one of those 6 systems are off balance, you need to get somebody to help you find the imbalance and do the healing that is required by balancing. I can help you with that. Contact me on my website and you will see miracles happening. So how do you get rid of fear? Well, first of all, face the fear. Because in my experience, and I've been afraid many times in my life, but in my experience, fear is made up of candy floss. You know candy floss? You can put your finger right through it, and then you discover it's just sugary nothing. So then, once you understand that fear is this illusion, ask yourself what action you can take to break that fear down the same way you built the fear, because you built it brick by brick. There's a Chinese character which means danger, but the same Chinese character also means opportunity. You have control over absolutely everything in your life. You chose to give that control up in tiny pieces. You might not even have noticed at the time that you gave the control over. So now we're in a situation where you take your control back in tiny pieces. And once you start doing that, you will find like-minded people in your daily life and online. That's why you're looking at this. Don't underestimate the goodness you find online. I have found tremendous friendship. I have found some of the most joyful situations in my online friendships. But use discernment. Only deal with people that resonate with you. If somebody doesn't resonate with you, don't even deal with them. Oh, I do that on a regular basis. On social media where somebody, sends me an unsolicited message to say, oh, I saw your photograph and you are so beautiful. Can we please be friends? What is your name? Which country are you from? Well, if you need to ask my name, you've got a problem. You probably can't even read English. Which country am I from? It doesn't matter. If you found me online, this is a spiritual connection. And sorry, pal, if you need to ask me which country I am from, then I'd rather go without that spiritual connection. Now, here's an interesting thing that somebody brought to my attention many years ago. The Bible says, do not fear, 365 times. If you read the Bible from end to end, you'll find the phrase, do not fear, 365 times in the Bible. That's even with all the missing books in the Bible, even with just what is there, that is one reassurance for every single day. Now you're saying to me, well, you're not Christian. It doesn't matter. You can read the Bible even if you're not a Christian. And if you don't want to read the Bible, find that solace in the scriptures of your own belief. If you're not religious at all, read as many scriptures of religions as you can get hold of. Find the universal laws and the messages of sustenance in each one of these scriptures. They are there. Even in books as violent as the Bible and the Quran. Yeah, I've read them. I know about the violence in there. But I spend time looking for the universal laws. I cannot express an opinion on something that I haven't read or experienced, and that's why I read them, despite the violence. I was looking for the gems, and I found them. Here's another tack that you can follow to get rid of your fear. Did you know that the opposite of fear is not no fear? No. The opposite of fear is faith. Where's your faith? And again, I'm not talking religion. Is your faith in yourself? Is your faith in another being, for example, Jesus or Allah or Buddha? Is your faith in God or your Creator or whatever you want to call that immense power? And if you're saying to me, no, I don't have faith in any of that, maybe your faith is in your mother or your grandmother or another protector. Find your faith, no matter where it is. Ask yourself, when did you first experience fear? You were not born with it. So go back into your memories. Ask yourself where you first experienced fear. Then change that tape recording. That tape recording that says, I have fear of this, I have fear of that. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of dark places. I'm afraid of this situation. I'm afraid of that situation. Then change that tape recording. And that tape recording needs to say, I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. No matter what you have faith in that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like a whole person, that is what you need to do. Change that tape recording to say, I have faith. About reframing negative thoughts. Yeah, you can challenge negative thoughts. You can reframe those negative thoughts. If a thought is negative only, it means you haven't looked for the balance yet. For example, if there's something you are afraid of, then ask yourself every day, what wisdom do you need to learn from that? Even if you need to ask the same question every day, daily, 2 months in a row, or even longer. Remember, you cannot see the picture while you are in the frame, and that's why you often need to keep asking the question. But every time you ask that question to yourself, what is it that I need to learn from this situation? Every time you ask that question, you get closer to the answer. You will get the answer. And the result will be that you will learn to have complete faith. And you will also learn when to be careful, which means not to have fear, but have faith, and be sensible. I mean, it's one thing to say, I have faith, I have faith, I have faith. It's another thing to walk into a very busy traffic intersection and think, I have faith. No, you need to discern. You need to understand what is careful and sensible. You don't walk across a very busy intersection without waiting for the green light. But when you understand the difference between fear and faith, and when you choose faith, wherever your faith lies, that gives you additional tools in your toolbox. You can then choose when to be brave and when to be sensible. And either way, you banish that fear. So instead of being afraid, you are just careful and sensible. And you don't let yourself be run by fear. You let yourself be run by faith and good discernment. So you are on the brink of a new life, which is a life with faith rather than a life with fear. When you have a life of faith, you have a relaxed mind. If you don't have a relaxed mind yet, do meditations. If you don't like meditation or if you struggle with that, just sit quietly. Ensure that what you add in your mind contributes rather than destroys. Switch off the TV, ban the newspapers. Connect with who you are. Connect with what is inside of you. Spend time with the family and friends who make you feel good. Walk in nature. Pamper yourself. Ensure that you have a balanced body. So when you focus on being as healthy as you can be, the impact on your mind and body are amazing. No matter what your physical ailments are, there is a way to help your body to manage these ailments and even make them disappear as you work towards perfect health. If you struggle with anything that I've mentioned in this video, contact me. Find me on elsabysmith.com and send me an email. I will respond and we can work on your perfect health, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health. We can work on that. There is a way out, and you are looking at a future of having no fear. Namaste.